Return of the Mack, oh yeah. Return of the Mack, oh my God. Return of the Mack. What's going on? Ellis in the building, and I represent Sensory Overload. And today, I have 5 fragrances for you from the House of Dua that's going to be ideal for either a first date or just setting that first impression. Alright, listen, the dating scene is crazy, it's different, you know what I mean? These apps be trash, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on the internet thinks they dating gurus and setting these weird standards and whatnot. But when you do find that person that's worth investing your time and your money in, it's important that you come correct. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you're ready for some good conversation. You got something to talk about. You know what I mean? Got a sense of humor. Make sure you laugh. You want to make sure you dress well. You know what I'm saying? Present yourself well. And lastly, you want to make sure you have a good fragrance because that's what leaves a lasting impression. You feel me? The fragrance is going to last longer in her mind than really your outfit. She's like, yeah, he was handsome, but damn, he smelled good. So with that being said, we're going to start with the first fragrance on this list. This fragrance that I have for you is inspired by Dior Sauvage Elixir. This is going to be called Savage Elixir. Savage Elixir. Cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, grapefruit, lavender, licorice. You also got some sandalwood, amber, patchouli, and Haitian vetiver. As you see, I definitely wore this fragrance. You know what I mean? This is a good, cool weather staple as well. I like this for the fall, for the winter time. Right now, it's a little too hot for me to be rocking this, but when it gets nice and crisp, this will just smell good in the air. You do get that freshness of the lavender, but you also smell that licorice and the spices of the cinnamon and the nutmeg, all right? And a bit of the brightness of the grapefruit. So it's well blended, and this is a nice flanker off the Dior Sauvage lineup. More mature, all right? When I wore this to DC, went clubbing and hung out with my homeboys and whatnot. I remember a female coming up to me saying that I smelled handsome. And one thing about this does leave a good scent trail. So she kind of came up and told me that, you feel me? Fellas, this is a good one, all right? This is a good fragrance. This is a nice, handsome, attractive fragrance, all right? Dress this one up a bit. Throw on a polo, throw on, a sweater, because it's ideal for the cooler weather. Button down, whatever the case may be. And I think this fragrance will complement that outfit. All right? Like I said, bit fresh, spicy. You're going to easily get 10 hours off this. Beast mode, light on the trigger. This could fill up a room, all right? Now, you know what I'm saying? You don't want shorty sneezing and wheezing now. Light on the trigger. It's going to project well. All right? She's going to smell you, I promise you that. And like I said, it's going to last long. Good scent trail with this one. Good choice. So, first fragrance on my list is going to be inspired by Dior Sauvage Elixir. What I have for you, Savage Elixir. Number 2. So number 2 is going to be inspired by Prada Luna Rosa. What I have for you is called Darkside of the Moon. Darkside of the Moon. You have lavender, bitter orange, mint, clary sage, musk mallow, and ambroxan. As you see, I've worn this fragrance. What I love about this fragrance, it is a good freshie with a bright opening with the lavender, the citrus from the bitter orange, and you do get the mint vibe as well. As it goes and transitions and gets to the base, that's where the musk mallow and the ambroxan tends to, become more present. This is a good one. The opening, bright. The dry down still has some sexiness and some sophistication affiliated with this fragrance. This is also a good Swiss Army knife just in general. Like, it just doesn't have to be used for dates, but in the topic of first impressions, first date type vibe, cannot go wrong with a good freshie. Expensive smelling, perfect for out the shower, and kind of getting dressed and setting that tone on going to the date. This would definitely get your head in the game. You know what I mean? Kind of build up that excitement for the date. You just really set the tone and have a good vibe. Like, eat some food or do something interesting. I don't know. You know what I mean? I like different things when I go on dates. Dinner date, go to the museum, amusement parks. Like, this one will hold you down. A citrus, aromatic fragrance that definitely has a good sillage. Okay, so it's gonna get a good scent trail. So if you do something like walk in the park, you will get that whiff, all right? And that's what you want Shorty to get, you know what I mean? That get whiff of you, all right? Overall, if you like freshies, if you like that bit of expensive, fresh out the shower vibe, citrus aromatic with a beautiful, sophisticated base with the ambroxan and muskmallow, I recommend you try either Prada Luna Rosa or Darkside of the Moon. Number 3. So number 3, this fragrance has climbed to like really one of my most favorite fragrances in my collection. I just did a video on this last week, and I just cannot speak highly enough of this tri-bread. This fragrance is going to be inspired by Louis Vuitton's Imagination, Bulgari Tiger, and Baccarat Rouge 540. What I have for you is Imagine the Leopard's Casino. Imagine the Leopard's Casino. Calabrian bergamot, citron, Sicilian orange, Ceylon, cinnamon, Tanzanian neroli, Nigerian ginger, Chinese black tea, ambroxan, gaiac wood, olibanum, grapefruit, ginger, woodsy notes. You have some Egyptian, grandiflorum, jasmine, saffron, Moroccan bitter almond, resins, cedar, musk, and ambergris. A plethora of notes. This thing right here is a sexy fragrance. Bright opening with the citruses, the grapefruit from the Bulgari Tiger, citruses like the Calabrian bergamot from the Imagination. You can smell that balance in the air. So it's like a 50-50. It's going to be a weird percentage, but like 50-50 citrus-wise of Tiger and Imagination. And now you get a little bit of that burnt cotton candy floating and lingering in the background. I'm telling you, this one right here is a compliment monster. Words to cookout, I got myself a compliment. You feel me? If anything, my list is solid, but this tri-bread is different. You know what I'm saying? The first 2 fragrances that I mentioned are something that you could purchase at a department store. You know what I'm saying? However, this tri-bread, unless you got the 3 fragrances in your collection, you're not getting this anywhere else, all right? So this does come with a bit of individuality. This does possess personality. This is a charming, sexy fragrance, all right? So if you want a fragrance that has individuality, that stands out from the crowd, sets itself apart, all right, that's bright with depth from that, Baccarat Rouge 540, that is consisted of 3 mass appealing bangers, I recommend you try out Imagine the Leopard's Casino. You cannot go wrong with this fragrance. I promise you that. You would not go wrong with this fragrance, all right? On to the next. Number 4. So number 4 is another fragrance that I recently purchased. And I've been wearing it and it's been macerating and it's shifted. This fragrance now smells so much better because it's starting to smell more balanced. I think will be perfect for a first date, especially with the fall coming around and the crisp weather. This right here is going to be a good one. Inspired by Initio Parfum's Psychedelic Love and Nice Chanay's Annie, what I have for you is Aphrodisiac Drowned in Vanilla. Aphrodisiac Drowned in Vanilla. You have some ginger, bergamot, pink pepper, green notes, cardamom, black currant, Turkish rose, Bulgarian rose, myrrh, yingling, vanilla, sandalwood, benzoin, cedarwood, patchouli, heliotrope, edione, ambergris, and musk. Listen, this fragrance right here has a nice captivating essence to it. Now it's going to be considered a gourmand, and I tell people, it smells like a sexy sugar cookie. I'm going to say it. It's called Aphrodisiac for a reason. It is charming, okay? It has sex appeal to it. This one is a good, close encounter, cuddle-worthy fragrance. Now don't get me wrong, it's going to project. It's going to leave a good scent bubble. When it sits on the skin, and that vanilla pops off the skin, it is really just a nice, pleasurable fragrance to just be around, all right? I think Nice Chanay Annie is one of my favorite Netflix and chill fragrances. I just find it to just be that charming, seductive fragrance that you just want somebody in your space, you know what I mean? Like you want the throw blanket on, you want to, you know what I mean, sit in front of a fireplace or watching movies. It's like that type of vibe to me. This one right here is going to be a good one. Fall time coming, right? Going pumpkin patch, go to the pumpkin patch, picking pumpkins, picking apples, things of that nature. Some outdoor activities, you know what I mean? You throw on the flannel, throw on some Timbs, you know what I'm saying? You out and about, the hay rides, stuff like that. This is going to be that fragrance that you will want to wear. Trust me. I think that's the best scenario for this, okay? So, inspired by Initio Parfum's Psychedelic Love and Nishane's Annie, what I have for you is Aphrodisiac Drawn to Vanilla. Beautiful, long-lasting fragrance, great scent bubble, something that you ladies definitely gonna like. On to the next. Last but not least, I have another hybrid for you. Inspired by YSL Tuxedo and Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir, what I have here is Era 404 Elixir of Tux. Era 404 Elixir of Tux. You have lavender, mint, vanilla, benzoin, honey, tonka bean, tobacco, bergamot, violet leaf, rose, coriander, black pepper, ambergris, patchouli, and lily of the valley. This fragrance gets better with time. I've had this for a few weeks now. It's definitely just became more balanced. In the air, you're going to get a good 50-50 splash of that YSL tuxedo vibe. That's that lily of the valley coming through. You're going to get the patchouli in there as well, okay? However, you're still getting that Le Male Elixir. That's that honey. That's that tobacco. That's that benzoin and vanilla. This right here is a bit more of a mature fragrance, a bit more sophisticated. However, it still does have that sex appeal affiliated with this, okay? I like this fragrance. This one right here is just something that you could throw on for a date no matter where you're going. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be super particular. I would say that I see this working well and more better for the cooler weather. However, you know what I'm saying? This could be good for the dinner date, movies, you know what I'm saying? Bowling, whatever the case may be. This will definitely pop off the skin very well. Nice scent bubble as well. A lot of these fragrances I'm suggesting is going to have good sillage, good scent trail, good scent bubble, you know what I mean? Especially if you like to get active and stuff like that. You're going to walk around, you know what I mean? Play some bowling and stuff. It's going to linger. You're going to get a whiff of you feel me? Go to the arcade, do whatever, have some fun, you know what I mean? Go to the museum, then hit the restaurant. You know what I mean? They going to smell you, all right? These are good fragrances. But this one right here, definitely get your nose on it. It's a good hybrid. Good hybrid that definitely has some sex appeal, that's mature with some sophistication, all right? So inspired by YSL Tuxedo and Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir, what I have for you is Era 404 Elixir of Tux. So I gave y'all 5 fragrances to set off a good first impression, you know what I mean? Or just to use for a first date. Whatever the case may be, yo, good luck, fellas, you know what I'm saying? And be safe out there. There's a lot of games being played, you know what I mean? Don't be simping, you know what I mean? Pimping over simping, but don't be breaking hearts either. And this, you know what I mean? Karma is real, right? So overall, gotta be safe out there, you know what I mean? And hell, if you find the right one and she compliments you off the fragrance, you're welcome. So with that being said, make sure you smell your best. And you stay blessed. All right, you take care out there. Be safe. Peace.